I was born defective. Yes, defective. I wasn't the perfect little girl my parents had expected. I had some kind of birth defect that meant one of my legs didn't grow properly. So by the time I was 8 years old, this leg hung 4 inches shorter than the right. I couldn't hide that. There was obviously something wrong. No one would sit with me at school. No one would play with me at recess. I wasn't normal. So even after 4 surgeries corrected my leg length difference, I stayed in the shadows. Choosing isolation protected me from rejection. But then, a car accident changed my life. You know how they say your life goes flying by in those last moments? Well, it did. And as my lonely, boring life went by, I couldn't help but think, maybe it's a good thing it's over. Except it wasn't. And as I spent 6 long months recovering in bed, all I could do was stare at the ceiling and wonder, why does nothing go right? And I figured it out. It was that word, the word the doctors had used to describe me, defective. I had attached it to my identity. I had embraced a word that emphasized emptiness. Instead of learning to love myself, I had limited myself. I had buried everything beautiful. So as I started to heal, I decided to try on some new words. Divorcee, writer, adventurous, and even successful. When I changed the way I talked about myself, it changed the way I thought about myself. It changed the choices I made. And most importantly, it changed the way I show up. Words matter. Words are labels. And just like the clothing labels we wear, they affect the way we feel about ourselves and how other people perceive us. They tell us where we fit into society and where and how we don't. And by doing so, they affect what we believe we can or can't do and don't deserve, which means they affect our expectations. Because if we don't expect we can do something and we don't believe we deserve something, we don't try. And when we don't try, we will never achieve our dreams. The words we use when we describe ourselves, the words we wear every single day, affect our choices, our actions, and our lives. Yet how many of us consciously choose those words? How many of you are still wearing a word label that no longer reflects who you are or who you want to be? I may not have been a perfect little girl, but I am perfectly imperfect just as I am. Changing those words changed my life. So, what words could change yours?